Hey YouTube, Southwest252 here with another video. This time I'll be reviewing the Gemini Max 1/400 scale U.S. Air Force Boeing C-17 with the March Air Reserve base tail. But before I get into the review, I would just like to say I would really appreciate it if you could check out my Instagram. The link for that is in the description below. As always, I'll start off the review with the box. In the top left corner, you have the Gemini Max logo, made for collectors by collectors. You have the background kind of cargo door style box art. You have the computer-generated image of this aircraft. You have the March banner across the front of the box. Boeing C-17 Globemaster 3 1/400 scale die-cast model aircraft. Here's where the model would be inside, and here's inside the flap. You can pause and read the information about the Boeing C-17. And then also the specifications about this aircraft. And the registration of this aircraft is 05-5140. And now for the model. I do have to say this mold is kind of a bit outdated a little bit. It's still a two-piece mold. So the wings are one whole piece, this time connected at the top. Other models it's connected at the bottom. And then the fuselage piece. You have older kind of landing gear, and they're not rolling, they're not rubber, there's no antennas on this model. So it is a little bit outdated, but with the mold that they do have, I do think they've done a good job with it. So here at the front, you have the cockpit windows, you have 5140, and then I think that's 452nd AMW. You have your front L1 door there. You've got some of the markings there. You've got your nose gear. Again, they are not rubber. They do not roll. You move towards the back. There's not really any windows on here, apart from at the doors. So here is your wings. They do have winglets on top. You have your flap fairings in the back. You do have 4 engines on this model. You have the number 1 and number 2 engines here. Here's the outside view. And then here's the inside view of all the engines. And then you move towards the back. You've still, it's mostly just gray, but you do have other details painted on. You do have the rear door there, kind of just behind the wing. Then you move towards the back. And then you've got the tail stabilizers. It does have the American flag on the tail. Then you have AFRC. You have the banner with March Air Reserve Base on it. And then you have 55140. And then the other side is pretty much the same. Same doors and everything. You do have the cargo doors in the back. I think they do open, but they're kind of delicate, so I'm not really going to try and open them here. But here is the front view of this aircraft. Here's the right side. There's the back view. There's the left side. Here's the top view. And here's the bottom. So you do have the nose gear. You have other details painted on. You have the USAF, U.S. Air Force, painted underneath the left wing. Other details, Gemini Max logo. And then you move towards the back, you have all the other details. And one thing that I'm just remembering now, well, let me just say that's it for the model. I'll come to the conclusions in just a second, but I didn't finish going over the box. There's not really a whole much left. You have the standard Gemini markings. The item number of this model is GMUSA115. standard Gemini markings. And on the back of the box, you've still, again, same old stuff. Gemini Jet social media, as well as its features. And the main thing that may remember this is a 2022 Gemini Jets release. So with that being said, I do think that Gemini could update this mold, make it the one whole fuselage piece where the wings go inside. I know that might be a little more difficult for this one since the wings do attach at the top, but I do think they do need to update their mold because you can clearly see the lines here where it connects. Also, there's no antennas. I think the landing gear could be updated. So in the terms of the mold, I know this is how Gemini Jets pretty much used to make all their models, but this is one of the remaining ones that could use those updates. So in terms of the mold, I think they've done a good job with all the quality control. However, it's just they can have better technology now with all of this. So Gemini really should update that. But all the other details and stuff, painting-wise, quality control, everything is really good on this model. So for the mold, all the things with the mold, I am going to take off 3 points, but that's all for the mold and nothing else. So this model will be getting a score of 27 out of 30. But that's going to be it for this review. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. And once again, I would really appreciate it if you could check out my Instagram. The link for that is in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Bye.
We would like to point out the safety features of this Boeing 737-700 series aircraft. You're looking at the Southwest Airlines bestseller. It's a safety information card. It's in the seat pocket in front of you. It works as a fan for no extra charge. You're welcome. And it reads as a comic book. It has a lot of short stories. None of them ends well. Absolutely.